Peace and what up, though? My name is Amani, a.k.a. Veteran Young Guy, and this is one of my push workouts. This is part of my push-pull legs that I do, my version of it. And you'll see as I go on how I do it, but I do it in a way where I can hit each muscle twice a week, and I like that frequency. But this right here is the third set of these decline push-ups, weighted, doing these with 80 pounds. That's the third set, and on the third set I always drop set. A lot of times I drop set and then superset, like I'm gonna do on this one, but I just take the weight off and get some good ones in with the slow negatives, getting a good squeeze at the top and taking that to failure. Then I went from here straight over to the pec fly to get some more work in this fatigue state, like hitting that muscle when it's like that, break it down as much as possible, and hitting it from different angles as well. But just came over here to the pec fly, getting a good squeeze there for a couple seconds at the top, holding it in that stretch bottom position, not letting it touch, not resting there. I'm holding it in that stretch position right above it and getting a good squeeze. Took that to failure. Now this right here is the next round of exercises. I did 2 rounds of this, and this is basically a quadruple drop set / superset. I should see as it go, but I dropped the weight down to 50 pounds at this point, so I could get some more reps in, but took that to failure. Stripped the weight off, and then we're gonna get as much as we can. Same principle, slow negatives, not locking out at the top, just getting a real good squeeze, keeping the tension on the muscle the whole time, getting a good stretch down there at the bottom. I'm taking this to failure. And I went straight over to this here. This is still part of that same set. Lighten the weight up a little bit over here. This is vertical chest press, and just gonna take this to failure. The same principles over here. Controlling that negative. Nice little stretch at the bottom. Squeezing at the top. That's what I'm going for here. And in between sets, I don't record it, but I be doing stuff like one-legged standing for, 30, 45 seconds or whatever, and then bend over like I'm picking up something on that same leg, and then, do the other one. This is the last exercise of this whole set. This is still one set. I went straight from over there, came right up over here to the pec fly to get some more work in. And like I say, I did this whole thing twice. But like I was saying, in between sets, I'm doing stuff like that. Deep squats, getting all the way down in the deep squat, holding that for 30 or so seconds. Stretching my hams, try to do a little active stuff, even doing abs. But next we moved over here to the side lateral raises, seated. Like to do them seated, a lot preferably, keep swinging out of the equation and control everything, controlling that negative. See, I'm not just letting the weight just come slamming back down. Controlling that negative, getting a nice little slight pause at the top. But this right, we did a superset or drop set of this. I just dropped the weight in half on these and took this to failure as well. And I did 2 rounds of these here. And like I say, the other thing, hip flexors, big, gotta train them hip flexors, I do those in between sets too. Next, we over here at the good old tricep push down extension. Did 2 rounds of these as well. And this is gonna be a superset with these. But, getting a good squeeze at the bottom, controlling the negative. Those are paramount on everything that I do. Make the muscles work. But we supersetted this with overhead forward extensions, hitting it from a different angle. And sometime I'll, switch it up where I'll start out and get my strongest work in with the overhead extension and then follow that up with the press down. It's a bunch of little stuff that I do. Switch it up. But, see, I'm nice and lean there too. I'm between 10.5 and 11.5% body fat. 172 pounds right now. Between 5'11" and 6 feet. And next we moved over here to front delt raises, dumbbell seated, underhand, and keeping that tension all on the front delt. And I also do 2 rounds of these, supersetted, or supersetted because I'm using a plate on this next one. And like I say, did 2 rounds of this for the front delts, taking them both to failure. Now, what I didn't record was my legs. For legs, on like push days like this, I'll push the sled, back and forth on the turf, and on my pull days, I pull the sled. If that's not available, I do wall sits, and that's what I did today. Did three rounds of wall sits for about 60 seconds or so. But till the next time, peace.